Welcome back to another episode of Control the Chaos Mama podcast, where we do life and launch strategy for ADHD entrepreneurs, creative rebels, and the mom who is generally overwhelmed and feeling like they have all the things to do. They have so much in them that they know in the way that could serve the world, that has all the ideas, but has trouble with that follow through, with getting them out, and maybe even prioritizing them, and all the executive functioning skills that just sometimes can be hard. If that sounds like you, you are in the right spot, and I am so excited to help you today with confidence. Today we're going to talk about 5 tips for building self-confidence and what that looks like. All right, so let's get to it. Step 1, I want you to look at what you've achieved. So I know that this is so common that we are so into the going part, into the doing, into the running towards the goal that we don't even accept or see or celebrate the things that we have already accomplished. We're not giving ourselves those credits for that, So I want you to celebrate. I want you to show people your story. I think it's a very amazing way to do that on social media because it also gives you built-in accountability. But I want you to look at what you have achieved, what you have been through. So the things that you have been through have served you. You have survived. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes we can look at something, a situation, and we can be like really hard on ourselves. And it's kind of like we're not looking at, because we're looking at the problem. But if you start to look at what you have benefited from or what you came out knowing or learning or helping, doing, or whatever it could be. But I want you to look at what you have already achieved, even if it is small, even if you think that it's like so easy for you, because it might not be easy for other people, and it's time to give yourself some credit. So if you haven't achieved anything, chances are that's a lie, and you have. So I want you to go and look at it and start giving yourself credit. Number 2, I want you to think of things that you're good at. So everyone has strengths and talents, and I want you to really dive deep and look at them. It's a good idea for you to ask someone that you know and trust, maybe what they think that your talents are. If you are feeling like you're staring at a blank page, chances are you know what they are. You are talented and you have gifts and strengths and you know them and you can start to lay them out. If you need a framework for that, I want you to think of skills, passions. I want you to think of life experiences. Yes, experiences count just as much as a piece of paper that says you passed this test and now you're good. In fact, a lot of times your life experiences will be so much more impactful because you are living proof that the person that you're helping can get to the other side of this thing, right? So I want you to just own your strengths. And I get that that is hard because what we're doing is we're taking the old belief that we have lived with for so long and we're trying to swap it for this new one to where we're valuable now instead of waiting until blank happens. That I finally feel good when I have blank is usually what it looks like. And what we're doing is we're kind of stealing that back away, and we're saying, I'm worthy now that my strengths, I see these strengths. You're opening your eyes to them. And what the amazing thing is once you start to notice those things, you're going to see them more. It's almost like taking off some glasses that were on there, okay? And then next up, I want you to set a vision. So sometimes when we are working on our confidence, we get so stuck in where we are now that we forget that we have total control over where we're going to. And so I want you to get stubborn about the vision that you want. So it's kind of like getting content with where you are now, but knowing that you're not meant to stay there. You're meant to grow. You're meant to take a step into the direction that is congruent with the vision that you have. So it's okay to set some goals and to start doing habits that person in the vision does. So I want, what does that look like? So it's some people will do like a what is your ideal day or something like that, but I like to think of here I am now, here's where I want to be. How does this person get there? And what are the things that they do daily? And if you start doing those, you're going to look up and you're going to be like, I am that person, and it's going to be amazing. But it does come from being content where you are. Goes back to the quote that's on my fridge that my mom wrote, God loves you just the way you are, but loves you too much to stay there. You are meant to grow, evolve, to learn. You are, and I know you guys have felt that. Like you feel like you're always learning or you're always starting something new. And the thing is it doesn't mean that you didn't learn the stuff that you just did. Even if you pivot, even if you change directions, you still have learned things along the way that are going to be so beneficial to that end game, goal, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's get to number 4, words. And I am words of affirmation. And even if you're not words of affirmation for your love language, words are important to your mindset. What it does is it really does help. Our thoughts are just so powerful. They really help us to honestly turn our beliefs around whenever they are not serving us. So I want you to talk yourself up. If you catch yourself saying some negative self-talk to yourself, or maybe you even are becoming aware of the negative self-talk around you, I want to give you the power to check your surroundings, change those if you need to, and redirect your thoughts. So are you saying things like, let's just say about money, because recently I have totally changed the way that I manage money, and I'm going up against the old belief that I'm not good with money, that I'm a spender, that I spend everything I have, like all these old beliefs that I have, right? That I have this certain amount and I feel like then I go on a shopping spree. Or I do something. Anyway, so I am going against these old beliefs in a big way. So whenever I see something to where I want to say, oh, I can't afford that, or that's too expensive, or, I'm not good with taxes, or whatever it is that you are saying that has to do with a negative belief that you have with yourself around money in this instance, I want you to swap it. And it's going to feel weird, but I want you to swap it. And then the next step is I do want you to do something that someone who, in this case, is good with money does. So let's just say, so this weekend I am doing a boudoir event. It is going to be awesome, outdoor shoot. I'm really excited about it. But there's this belief that a lot of people who do boudoir is that, oh, well, when I'm confident, I'll do that. When I lose the weight, I'll do that. And then I'll be feeling confident. Now, weight loss will help you feel a little confident, right? It will help that. But ultimately, it's the internal work of all these things we're talking about that is really going to help you to turn the dial up on your confidence, up your self-awareness and self-acceptance. And that brings me to number 5, is to check your surroundings. The point of number 4 is words, get good words in, surround yourself with some people who are going to put good words in between your ears, that are going to lift you up. Stop asking opinions of people who have not earned the right to those opinions, okay? And then the last one is that, honestly, a deeper look at checking your surroundings. Do you have energy vampires sucking out the life of you? And I know that sounds super dramatic, but do you have people who are tearing you down? And I want you to increase your self-awareness around this, because I think we don't realize it because we are more prone to negativity just in general. And so I want you to just pay attention to the words you are hearing, the words that you are going to be listening to and putting, whether that's audiobooks, whether that's maybe a sermon, maybe that is some positive music, whatever that could look like. But when you put those good words in and combine it with checking your surroundings, you're going to be upping your self-awareness of the words around you too, and the people. And then this will all get you to do things that confident people do. And so that is how you become confident. It's kind of like, okay, let's pretend that you're going to be a runner. You're like, I'm not a runner. Day 1, you're saying, I'm not a runner. And then all of a sudden you start, maybe you do C25K or one of those apps, and you start doing a little run walking, and you just build this habit of going out and you are walking, and then maybe you run to the tree, and then you walk to the next tree, and then you run to the tree, and you repeat this process, and eventually you're running longer, and then eventually you're running, and then the next, like continuously. And the fact of the matter is, you look up and every day you have ran, then you are a runner. You are proving yourself wrong of that first old belief, okay? And you're letting yourself have permission to feel a positive feeling with the after too. So in the boudoir situation, it's kind of like, I can't do that. That's not for me. I need to lose weight for that. I need to be confident before I can do that. And then you do it, and the act of doing it, doing the things that confident people do, helps to switch your old belief that the thing is for you. And then you see, in this situation, you see the pictures and you're like, oh my gosh, is that me? Like, I can't tell you how many people have said that. Like, is that me? And the thing of it is it's opening your eyes to what is already there. It's increasing self-awareness. It's allowing yourself to kind of accept where you are, but also giving yourself permission to improve. So if this was helpful for you, this is the 5 tips for building self-confidence. I want you to screenshot this episode. I want you to share it in your stories. Tag me at it's not Angel McElhaney anymore. Tag me at Control the Chaos Mama over on Instagram. And I want to know what you guys are doing to increase your self-confidence. This is something that I have struggled with. I've watched my mom struggle with it before she passed away. I see my sisters struggle with it. I see so many women struggle with this, and I think that everyone does, honestly, on some level. We might look at someone and think, well, she's confident. Like, I know, like, if I had a body like that, I would be confident. Or she's showing up so well online or whatever, that she must be so confident. I wish I was confident for a video. I wish I was confident for XYZ. And the thing is I can guarantee that person is still struggling, or in some ways struggling with confidence too. Everyone does it. No one is devoid of this. What it is they are doing some of these things to act as if, or fake it till you make it, or to do the things that confident people do to almost trick their mind into being confident. I think that this is something that we kind of have to dissolve the old beliefs. It's not even like we remove them. Like, we need to dissolve them with so much positive feelings and like words, and like removing, really just dissolve it, like pop it in a in a whole pool of just positivity and self-awareness and love and all these things that are so good for us, so that it can dissolve, I guess, like an Alka-Seltzer or something. Not that I've ever even drank Alka-Seltzer. But anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys permission to look at yourself today and be confident and content with where you are in your business, where you are, like, acknowledge that your start as now, and then give yourself permission to want more, yes, but to first embrace and see the amazingness that is right in front of you today. All right, so come find me over on Instagram, and I want to tell you guys one thing super exciting that will happen next week. So next week, I am launching my Facebook Engagement Accelerator course. You're going to be able to go to angelmclhaney.com/Facebook Engagement Accelerator, and you're going to be able to pick that up. Now, for those of you who have been on my email list for a while and have followed the show, I want to give you a special, what do you call it? A discount code, a special treat. So I want you to come and message me, because I will only have 10 of these. Now, once they're gone, and I want to give it to the listeners who are, like, you guys have been here, you know what I mean? So whether that means that you've been there since I have pivoted and you've seen my journey, or maybe you showed up yesterday and you just resonate with the fact that, I'm tired of being overwhelmed or thinking of myself in a certain way, and I'm ready to be better and to really unveil my strengths, then I want to come along with you on this journey to realize that you can take the power back from social media and that you can have it work for you. I'm over villainizing social media, and it's all about embracing the things that we want to take from it, use it as a tool to connect and serve. And with that, come over on Instagram or shoot me a message at info@angelmclhaney.com. I can't wait to see what you guys are doing, and really, I can't wait to see it. We need a hashtag for this. Hashtag you are awesome. I don't even know, but let's figure it out together. And until next time, wishing you joy and abundance, Angel.